Right now, after 8 years of work, the Boys and Girls Club has a new home. We'll take you there and show you how it will help kids get into the trades.
And we do have the air quality alert again for the smoke, but this could be the last day. We're also tracking some showers and thunderstorms. I'll break all that down, as well as what this week's temperatures look like.
Plus, today marks the 78th anniversary of the first test of the atomic bomb. We look back in history at the monumental event. Good morning and thanks for joining us on Weekend Mornings. It is Sunday, July 16th. It is 7 a.m. Let's take a look outside this morning with Greg Barnhart for a look at what's ahead for your day.
Yeah, we got one more day of the smoke really to speak of, and that's why the air quality alerts are out for the unhealthy basically until about noon for Wisconsin. That may get extended a little bit until 6 p.m. as further west to Minnesota. So this is really one last day. We do still have some fog out there, some mist, especially if you go into northeast Iowa right now. But overall, mainly southern Wisconsin, Lone Rock to Mineral Point, and then up towards Green Bay area. So there's some fog out there, not as bad as we saw yesterday, but something to keep in mind of. A little bit of showers, that's associated with the system we're tracking up to the north. That's the one that will provide the opportunity for rain here later today. Overall, not much to be expected, but this is yesterday. We had a little bit of cells that came through Lone Rock to Madison, and then a couple areas, Camp Douglas and Black River Falls, that provided some rainfall. Most did not get it, but if you happen to be on one of these thunderstorms, you got 3/4, even close to an inch in some of the areas. There's that system that begins, that's just rotating around that low. That's, along with the cooler air, is beginning to push dig south, provide the opportunity for those thunderstorms. Right now, you're waking up to the mid to upper 50s, most locations, 57 Eau Claire, 63 in Madison. As we look at the outlook for today, thunderstorm opportunities more towards after 5 for Madison. La Crosse a little bit early as we go into probably about 2 to 5. Once again, the winds will start picking up, but that's when the thunderstorms will track through. Later on the broadcast, we'll track those thunderstorms as well as the smoke gets out of here and what this week's temperatures look like a bit later in the broadcast.
Thank you so much, Greg. A silver alert is out this morning for a missing 70-year-old man. Sauk County authorities are searching for Ronnie Lee. He was last seen at the Mount Olympus Outdoor Wave Pool in Wisconsin Dells yesterday around 4:30 in the afternoon. He is 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighs around 180 pounds. Ronnie was reportedly seen entering the restrooms near the wave pool, but it is unknown where he went afterwards. He does have dementia with no record of going missing before. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Sauk County Dispatch Center at the number seen there on your screen. Janesville police arrested 3 men early Saturday morning after guns and drugs were found during 2 separate traffic stops. Just before 2 a.m., officers stopped a 24-year-old Janesville man who they said showed signs of impairment. He later admitted to smoking marijuana before driving and was arrested for operating while intoxicated. Officers found a gun, 3 loaded magazines, and drug paraphernalia during a search. A second traffic stop occurred about an hour later, where police said a 21-year-old Janesville man showed signs of impairment and admitted to drinking alcohol and smoking marijuana before driving. Officers said 2 guns, 2 loaded magazines, and THC gummies were found. A 21-year-old man who was a passenger claimed one of the guns and gummies were his. The driver faces tentative charges of OWI carrying a concealed weapon and intoxicated use of a firearm. The passenger faces similar charges. 8 years and more than $30 million later, the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County is finally opening their brand new McKenzie Regional Workforce Center. The organization held a ribbon cutting for the center on Saturday afternoon. The new facility is aimed at training kids in the skilled trades and entrepreneurship. Our Braden Ross has a sneak peek inside.
A dream 8 years in the making is finally a reality.
I can't wait to get it going.
Saturday, the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County officially cut the ribbon on their McKenzie Regional Workforce Center.
We wanted to have a facility that was located conveniently for them, but would also wow them.
The brand new 22,000 square foot facility will welcome kids of all ages to discover their place in the skilled trades.
We got a big, giant sandbox out there so they can play in that sandbox and understand, just pushing a dump truck around is just not fun. It could be a life-changing career for them.
Boys and Girls Club of Dane County's Vice President of Workforce Development, Alan Branch, says he's excited to show the kids all the career options they have.
You can't wait till a kid gets in the 10th grade and try to educate them on what the trades are, especially when all their life people have been telling them, you got to go to 4-year college.
The center is complete with state-of-the-art equipment, simulators, hands-on building opportunities, and a floor dedicated to wealth building and entrepreneurship.
We want these kids to build generational wealth. Not good enough to have them make money. We have to have them understand how to invest it.
And at a time when the supply of skilled laborers just can't meet the demand.
Every construction job is short of skilled labor.
Builder and donor to the project, John McKenzie, says it's a win-win.
The amount of money that you can make in a skilled trade job is pretty fantastic. Every kid that goes through this program is going to get hired.
The McKenzie Regional Workforce Center is set to open its door to kids for programming starting next week. For News 3 Now, I'm Braden Ross.
Escaped inmate Michael Burham is back in custody in Northwest Pennsylvania. He broke out of the Warren County Prison more than a week ago. Police say a dog barking in an area not far from the prison alerted one of its owners on Saturday afternoon. A man then encountered Burham and left with his wife, then called police. And within 2 hours, he was back in custody. Police are now processing Burham and say he will not be returned to the Warren County Prison. Burham was jailed on burglary and kidnapping charges. He also is a suspect in a murder. Pilots with United Airlines have reached a tentative agreement with the airline on a new 4-year contract. The new deal will give pilots a substantial pay raise up to 40%. The Airline Pilots Association says the agreement also includes better retirement benefits, job security, and addresses quality of life issues. The union says the agreement ends a stalemate that has lasted 4 years. Its 16,000 members still must approve that deal. Fans of Madison's unique local culinary delights, bargains, and music took to the street Saturday, Maxwell Street rather, to be exact. At the 46th annual Maxwell Street Days, shoppers had the chance to browse items at the annual summer sidewalk sale on State Street, taking in all the local shops, restaurants, live music, and entertainment downtown has to offer. Also offering a chance for business owners to give back to their shoppers.
We try to give back to the community as well. I mean, like $5, we're losing money on pretty much everything in that pile, but for us, it's a way for kids to come and thrift pretty much, you know. For $5, it's hard to go to a Goodwill or anything like that anymore and get something for that price.
So why is it on State Street but called Maxwell Street Days? Well, organizers say Maxwell Street in Chicago was home to a famous outdoor market from the 1800s to the 1990s. So in 1975, Martin's, a Madison clothing store, decided to start one on State Street so Madison could have its own Maxwell Street tradition. Yesterday, the Ho-Chunk Nation celebrated Indigenous Cultural Arts Day. The Ho-Chunk Nation has traditional lands across Wisconsin, Minnesota, Missouri, Iowa, and Illinois. On Saturday, the nation celebrated their culture's art at the Portage Historic Indian Agency House. The event was filled with weaving and stitching demonstrations, hands-on hide tanning, and much more.
We offer a bunch of classes at the museum, and really the primary focus of that is building community through both the instruction and the students, but also making sure that once people learn how to do something, they're able to take that back into their own communities and build our actual community from our museum thinker.
The main event of the day, a performance by the Wisconsin Dells Singers and Dancer Troupe of the Ho-Chunk Nation. 9 students from Viterbo University will be joining the cast of the Kids from Wisconsin 55th Anniversary Starstruck Tour. It's all part of a 2-hour Broadway-style production taking place at the Weber Center for the Performing Arts.
The Starstruck Tour is the Kids from Wisconsin's 55th anniversary tour, honoring historical individuals and groups over the years and their musical legacy.
Before the performance, Kids from Wisconsin and the Viterbo Fine Arts Center teamed up with Feeding Wisconsin alongside the Wafer Food Pantry for Stuff the Bus, which is a mission to get canned goods and personal hygiene items. Cooley Region veterans, family members, and the public were invited to the Toma VA Medical Center for a mini fair to bring awareness to the PACT Act on Saturday. Attendees were able to sign up for VA care, and toxic exposure screenings were available for eligible veterans. Veteran Benefit Administration representatives were available to answer questions about disability claims and benefits for those interested, along with a multitude of providers on site with additional resources for veterans. For more information on PACT Act and VA benefits, you can head to news8000.com, where you can find a link attached to this corresponding article. On this day in 1945, 78 years ago today, the first atomic bomb was dropped. It was in New Mexico on July 16th, 1945, when the U.S. detonated the bomb about 120 miles south of Santa Fe. Those testing the bomb watched in awe and disbelief from several thousand yards away. The mushroom cloud soared more than 40,000 feet into the air. It was later on August 6th and 9th when the 2 atomic bombs were dropped on Japan. That move effectively ended World War II. Still ahead, a new documentary out now is chronicling what life was like for players in the Negro Leagues. We have that story. Plus, you're taking a live look outside. Greg has another check of the forecast just ahead.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized Sale on now. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted sofa just right for you.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture.
At Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
Okay guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now you can get 4 lines with unlimited data for just $90 total.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah, it's a huge deal. On top of that, you also get 4 free phones.
4 free phones! Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. Do you check the expiration dates?
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
4 lines for $90 a month plus 4 free phones. US Cellular, built for us.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my brand new product, My Slippers. What makes My Slippers different from those other slippers is my exclusive 4-layer design. I wanted My Slippers to have everything you'd ever want in a pair of slippers.
When I first put my slippers on, I was like, wow, they feel great, and most importantly, they have the support that I need in a pair of slippers.
I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know we're having the biggest My Slipper closeout sale ever. Get our all-season My Slippers and sandals at clearance prices. They're made with our patented impact gel that absorbs and releases pressure so you can comfortably wear them all day long. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get our all-season My Slippers, originally on sale for $59.98, now only $25, or our sandals for just $19.50. Quantities are extremely limited, so please order now.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you work so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Here's your parachute.
Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized Sale on now. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted sofa just right for you.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture.
At Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
Yeah, we're going to have another showers and thunderstorms today with a kind of a front system coming through, and then rain chances come back Tuesday night through Thursday. Good confidence that we're going to see some activity today, but a little bit low confidence giving Tuesday night through Thursday, given there could be multiple waves coming across. But overall temperatures cooler today, but even much cooler tomorrow, well below actually average for July. And then the rest of the week into next weekend looks to be pretty close to average, low to mid 80s, and then maybe a sign of maybe warming the following week. But right now, most of the hot conditions are staying well to the west and southwest of the area. This is precipitation for the next 7 days. We're going to see maybe a quarter to another half. Some of the areas could get more if you get into a thunderstorm. Like yesterday, a few areas got up to 3/4 to even an inch. But generally, this is what we expected. And once we get closer to Tuesday through Thursday, depending on the track of all these systems, we actually could see more. But that's what we're looking for. So there's more opportunity for rain. Doesn't look as much as we saw probably last week. Overall, there's the system we're tracking. There's the one wave coming through, but then it's going to continue to rotate under this northwest flow, so that'll bring more cloud cover back in for tomorrow afternoon. Probably the showers tomorrow afternoon will stay to the north, but it'll keep that cool northwest flow. And as we get into Tuesday, we're watching the system there come off to the west, and that's the one we'll track for the Tuesday into Tuesday night into Wednesday, and then more behind that. As you see, really it's beginning to pull moisture back up ahead of this. That'll come through Wednesday and Thursday eventually, and then we'll get back in that northwest flow. Will cool back down too. So there's an opportunity to bring some moisture up. This could change if it stays further south. That means we won't have as much rain those 3 days. If it does go further north, then we have some opportunities for some more rain. So we'll just keep an eye on that. For today, it's not going to be really to the afternoon hours. We're going to start seeing the showers and thunderstorms develop around Eau Claire, and then eventually they'll make its way down to La Crosse, but that'll take into the afternoon hours. Notice the winds too. It'll definitely pick up with that westerly wind. By 2 to 3, here's your showers and thunderstorms starting to develop as they push to La Crosse after 4, and then it'll be more probably closer to like 5 or 6 for most of southern Wisconsin. Some of these storms could be a little bit stronger, so gusty winds. We're talking winds maybe 30 to 40 miles per hour as they push through. Something to keep in mind of. Once we get through 8 o'clock p.m., all the areas up to the north and Eau Claire and Red Wing will start to clear out. La Crosse there afterwards, and then by 10, so southern Wisconsin will begin to clear out. Temperatures overall tonight with the clear skies definitely will drop with a cooler air mass. Probably we'll see more 50s, even some 40s as we go throughout the hours. So severe risk really is going to be to the south today, and that's just marginal, kind of the lowest category. But once again, some of these storms could have some gusty winds. Once again, a gust to 30 or 40 miles per hour as they come through if you happen to be right under the strongest part of that storm. So that's what to keep in mind of. The good news with all this, the smoke is going to be out of our neck of the woods here. It's really going to push it far to the south and east as it comes through today. So once we get through this morning hours, afternoon improvement, and especially as we go tonight and tomorrow, we'll should see much less in the way of smoke or haze in the atmosphere. So that's the positive news with having this front. Notice the temperatures, upper 70s for Madison and La Crosse tomorrow. So actually quite cool for the middle part of July. There's your shower and thunderstorm chance midweek, and then drying out for the weekend. 76 in La Crosse, same story for the midweek, and then we also dry out. And once again, the smoke's gone. Really no sign of the heat that's been in the southwest or west really getting into our area quite yet.
Thank you so much, Craig. A new documentary now streaming tracks playing baseball in the old Negro leagues, its hardships and heroics. The film also tells the story of the only option for the best black baseball players before Jackie Robinson took the field for the first time, which changed baseball in America. CBS's Jerika Duncan reports.
Negro Leagues players made the game more up-tempo, bunt and run, base stealing.
For black baseball players in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, the Negro National League was home.
The major leaguers would say that the Negro Leagues didn't play the game the right way. Really, that was saying they didn't play the game the white way.
Notable owners, managers, and players who never made it into the history books are a major part of a new documentary, The League, which recounts the dramatic ups and downs of the Negro Leagues.
It's just amazing the trials and tribulations they had to go through just to play the game that they love, baseball.
Director Sam Pollard relied on archival material and accounts from players like Hank Aaron, before being known as the man who broke Babe Ruth's Major League Baseball home runs record. Aaron played for Negro League teams.
We got $1 a day meal money, and we would buy 1 loaf of bread, and we would buy a big jar of peanut butter. That's what we lived off of for 3 or 4 days.
The film chronicles the boom times of black baseball.
Wherever you had successful black baseball, you typically had thriving black economies.
When legends like Josh Gibson were drawing huge crowds.
That's probably the best documentary that I've seen so far.
Sean Gibson is Josh Gibson's great-grandson.
He was a single father, raising twins, trying to play the game of baseball during the segregation time, and also trying to make a living for his family.
Jackie Robinson became the first black man to integrate the MLB in 1947. That move was the beginning of the end. The loss of the league's biggest stars led to its demise in 1960. Stadiums like Hinchliffe here in Paterson, New Jersey, would eventually fall into disrepair. But in May, this one reopened. It's a sports comeback and a symbol of urban renewal. Saved by local activists from demolition, the stadium underwent a $100 million renovation. one of the last surviving Negro League ballparks, once again, a place of civic pride.
To know that, players like Cool Papa Bell or Satchel Paige or Larry Doby or Monty Irvin played on this field is just such a pleasure.
A field of dreamers who made history.
It's important history for Americans to understand.
And their legacy bigger than baseball. Jerika Duncan, CBS News, Patterson, New Jersey.
Coming up next, our Eye on Consumer Report. Stick with us. You're watching Weekend Mornings.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
At Lawton Cates, Your Life Counts is more than just a slogan. It's providing guidance after a serious accident. From the first phone call, we're by your side, helping with the important decisions. Not just for your medical care, but for your family's peace of mind. The Lawton Cates team combines experience and genuine compassion because we know how much is at stake. And we're dedicated to ensuring you can heal and move forward. At Lawton Cates, Your Life Counts. Call today for a free consultation.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you all know that you have made My Pillow 2.0 a huge success. And because of your amazing support, we've expanded My Pillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. To make room for this, we're clearing out our Percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm giving them to you at closeout prices. King size, only $39 a set. Queens, $35 a set. Full size, $29, and twin size, just $25. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Get these MyPillow bed sheets now. Once they're gone for good.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, we still got the air quality alert there for today through about noon for Wisconsin, 6 p.m. for Minnesota. Hazy and breezy conditions. We do have a front kind of digging south that will provide the showers and thunderstorms late this afternoon through the evening, but it also cleared out the smoke, which is good, and cooler and drier conditions as we go through Monday. Those are your temperatures for today, upper 70s, even cooler up to the north just because of more cloud cover tonight. Could be even some upper 40s in some of the cold spots, definitely with the clearer skies. And then tomorrow we're looking at just mid 70s, barely touching 70 will clear, so definitely quite chilly almost for the middle part of July with the off and on cloud cover, but the smoke will be gone. That's the positive news. And if you look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, we do warm up a little bit. Those next rain chances Tuesday night through Thursday. Not all day rains, a lot of uncertainty yet, so stay tuned. But overall, no hot or humid conditions expected in the next 7 to 10 days.
Great, thank you. High inflation is finally starting to ease, and guacamole is going high tech. Kristen Lazar has this week's Eye on Consumer.
High inflation is finally getting back to normal levels. A new report shows consumer prices rose at an annual rate of just 3% in June, the lowest level in more than 2 years, and way down from the 9.1% we saw in June of 2022. The Federal Reserve is expected to raise interest rates again later this month as it works to bring down inflation to its 2% target. A new survey finds half of streaming users have cut back on subscriptions or are considering it. The rising cost of living is to blame, according to the 13,000 people polled by Tech Radar. Netflix recently ended password sharing, and other streaming services like Disney Plus and Hulu increased subscription rates. And Chipotle has unveiled a new machine called the Avocado, which is designed to handle the labor-intensive task of slicing, coring, and peeling avocados. The company says that cuts the time it takes to make guacamole in half. Chipotle is using the Avocado at its test kitchen in California and didn't say if it would be introduced at its roughly 3,200 locations worldwide. And that's your Eye on Consumer. I'm Christine Lazar, CBS News, Los Angeles.
There's still a half-hour news ahead here on Weekend Mornings. Next, we're running through the morning's top stories. We'll be right back.
McGann Furniture downtown Baraboo invites you to come in for their huge Summer Sizzler sale. It's our biggest sale of the year. For a limited time only, take advantage of sizzling hot markdowns throughout the store. All furniture, bedding, flooring, dining room sets, and accessories marked down with the lowest prices of the year. Plus, get free delivery. Hurry in today. The huge store-wide Summer Sizzler sale at McGann Furniture ends July 22nd. You'll be glad you did. Since 1905, McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on select popular Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, make no monthly payments for 90 days. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my brand new product, My Slippers. What makes My Slippers different from those other slippers is my exclusive 4-layer design. I wanted My Slippers to have everything you'd ever want in a pair of slippers.
When I first put my slippers on, I was like, wow, they feel great, and most importantly, they have the support that I need in a pair of slippers.
I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know we're having the biggest My Slipper closeout sale ever. Get our all-season My Slippers and sandals at clearance prices. They're made with our patented impact gel that absorbs and releases pressure so you can comfortably wear them all day long. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get our all-season My Slippers, originally on sale for $59.98, now only $25, or our sandals for just $19.50. Quantities are extremely limited, so please order now.
Wendy's is open until midnight or later, so come get that Baconator.
Give me one honk if you want a Baconator.
Yeah, give me 2 honks if you want Tyler to make it.
Dude.
Go night mode. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Baconator.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
They say exercise keeps you young, and one longtime fitness club member is proving it.
Monday, I helped spring a surprise on a senior who inspires so many.
And we will be tracking more rain chances for the upcoming work week. Join us Monday between 4:30 and 7.
Madison Mallards Baseball brings you a night of fireworks on the base paths, and after the game is over, don't miss the Mallards' next fireworks night, Friday, July 21st against the Green Bay Rockers. Get your tickets today. News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of Madison Mallards Baseball.
This half hour, we're following the 46th annual Fête des Marquettes. Hitting downtown Madison yesterday, we'll show you what they had to offer. Also, a manhunt for an escaped inmate has ended. The latest this morning on how he was found hiding in the rural woods of Pennsylvania.
And we still have the bad air quality due to the smoke. We have that air quality out till noon. I'll track when we'll actually see that smoke gone, as well as when we'll see those showers and thunderstorms later today.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us on Weekend Mornings. It is 7:29, just before the half hour. Let's take a look outside this morning with Greg Parnart for what's ahead for your day. Greg, how you doing?
Good. I didn't win the Powerball, so unfortunately I'm still here, so all right.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got the smoke that's still really in place here, but it's just one more day, and there's good news on the horizon that this should be cleared out here by tomorrow. But until noon, the air quality advisory is for unhealthy for Wisconsin, 6 p.m. for Minnesota too. So all areas should see that improvement. Temperatures right now around 60 in Lone Rock, 63 in Madison. As you go further north, we're looking at the mid to upper 50s, 57 in Eau Claire, 62 in La Crosse. So with that west wind. So the one thing we're going to be looking out is we can get the clicker going. Visibility, there are some issues still, but most of it now is really centered in Iowa and southwest Wisconsin, 3 miles of Lone Rock. But as you get down to Iowa, it gets a little thicker. Further east there is, but overall we've seen improvements in that. Here's the system that we're tracking. A few showers up to the north of Minneapolis. That's the one that's going to produce more activity as we get further south. Overall, yesterday we had a few areas of lines of showers, one to the south, one over Camp Douglas in the Dells, and then Black River. So if you're under these, you got 3/4, maybe even an inch, but you see it's very narrow. So either way, a lot of areas didn't see any precipitation yesterday. But that will change, I think, today. This thing's a little more vigorous. That's going to head down and produce the showers and thunderstorms along with gustier winds and some cooler temperatures, a cool air mass associated with this coming from the north. So overall, planning out, you're looking at the shower and thunderstorm chance really after 4 to 6 for La Crosse as we get close to 80. Notice those winds will be a little bit gusty out of the west. Madison's a little bit later, probably closer to 6 or there afterwards, along with gusty winds and getting up to about 80 degrees. Once again, the smoke is still there, but that will be gone. I'll track out when we'll actually see it, some improvement in that, and then what those week's temperatures look like with, once again, we're not seeing any really hot, humid conditions. All that a bit later in the broadcast.
Greg, thank you. One of Madison's largest summer community celebrations returned this weekend. There's still time to go to Fête des Marquettes at McPike Park today. Organizers say the music festival is packed with food and other vendors, attracting over 100,000 attendees each year. According to a survey done by the Wilmar Neighborhood Center, in 2022, half of the survey takers traveled up to 10 miles away to attend.
I've been gone for 10 years, living in Montana, California. I come back every year to work for 4 days to make this happen because there's so much joy that happens here, and it's for the greatest cause in the neighborhood.
Over 95% of those surveyed agreed that events like Fête build a greater sense of community. A Brookfield man has now been charged with homicide after prosecutors say he punched a man in Heartland, resulting in his death a month later. 39-year-old Joshua Davies, shown here, was on a date with his wife last month when 64-year-old Kevin Simir confronted Josh about his tattoos. In a criminal complaint, the couple then tried to leave to ease the situation, but Samir followed them and proceeded to punch Davies outside the bar. Witnesses say Samir swung and hit Davies in the face, causing him to fall and hit the back of his head on the concrete. Following Josh's death Wednesday, Samir, who was initially charged with aggravated battery on June 19th, has since been charged with second-degree reckless homicide. If convicted of both charges, Samir faces a maximum of 31 years in prison and a $110,000 fine. Young athletes laced up their shoes and put on their swimsuits and helmets Saturday for the 14th annual Kids Triathlon hosted by the La Crosse Area Family YMCA. Children in the community were invited to swim, bike, and run, just like an adult triathlon. The beginner-friendly event was created to give children of all ages and abilities the opportunity to be active in a fun and supportive environment.
All the proceeds go to our annual campaign. Our annual campaign helps things like our food program, our youth programs, flexible pricing, and it makes the Y accessible to all people. And so we're really thankful to have an event here that's able to give back to our community.
Organizers say that events like these make it possible for the YMCA to continue helping others in the community. A multi-day manhunt for an escaped inmate in Pennsylvania is over. Homicide suspect Michael Burham was discovered in a wooded area yesterday and captured without incident. Bradley Blackburn has more on how a barking dog helped authorities find him.
After more than a week on the run, Michael Burham is back behind bars.
Busted.
He was found in the woods Saturday and arrested at gunpoint. Authorities say worn out and wearing his same striped jail uniform turned inside out.
Very happy to be standing here in front of you to announce the capture
of Michael Burham.
On July 6th, the 34-year-old homicide suspect escaped from a Pennsylvania jail using tied bed sheets. Multiple law enforcement agencies joined in the search. They believed the self-taught survivalist was hiding in the woods, where authorities found evidence of campsites.
We are going to catch him. It's a matter of time.
The break came yesterday when Ron and Cindy Eklund noticed their dog Tucker wouldn't stop barking. They went to check on him and spotted a man who they recognized as Burham.
And we go down there and this gentleman stands up. And I said, "What are you doing down here?" And he says, "I'm camping." No, it was Michael Burham.
They moved to safety and then called 911.
So I made that call and talked to them and said, "You need to be here now."
By 5:50, Burham was in custody.
Burham already faced arson and burglary charges, allegedly involved in the kidnapping of an elderly couple and suspected of killing a woman in western New York. And now that he's been recaptured, that list of charges is sure to grow. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Meanwhile, authorities in Georgia are on the search for a man suspected of gunning down 3 men and a woman in a suburban neighborhood south of Atlanta. Officials identified Andre Longmore as the suspect. Authorities are offering a $10,000 reward to the public for any information that leads to the suspect's whereabouts. According to officials with the Duluth Air Show, a member of the U.S. Navy Leapfrogs was involved in an accident upon landing Saturday. The Leapfrogs is the official parachute demonstration team of the United States Navy. The member was immediately tended to by emergency personnel and transported by life flight to Essentia Health St. Mary's Hospital. The extent of his injury is unknown at this time. A new report says contributions are slowing down for Republican presidential candidate Ron DeSantis. He posted a strong $20 million in the second quarter of this year, but it quickly fell off in the weeks after he announced his White House bid. Filings say about 15% of individual donations came in amounts of $200 or less. Meanwhile, the DeSantis campaign confirmed to CNN on Saturday that it had recently let some staffers go, also telling a political reporter Saturday that fewer than 10 staffers in event planning were cut last week. FEC filings show about 90 people were on his campaign payroll in the second quarter. Well, coming up next, our Shane Hogan sits down with Dr. Rupa Shah to talk about how laughter could reduce your stress. That's next in Health Conversations. But first, before the break, let's take a look at last night's winning Powerball numbers. No one won, but the numbers were 57, 43, 2, 55, 9, and 18. The jackpot now rises to $900 million, and the next drawing is tomorrow night. We'll be right back here on Weekend Mornings.
Ride it, Chips. Just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry. My cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2025. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you all know that you have made My Pillow 2.0 a huge success. And because of your amazing support, we've expanded My Pillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. To make room for this, we're clearing out our Percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm giving them to you at closeout prices. King size, only $39 a set. Queens, $35 a set. Full size, $29, and twin size, just $25. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Get these MyPillow bed sheets now. Once they're gone for good.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle.
And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on a 2023 Ford Escape or Edge and get 2.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $1,000 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. Save up to 27% when you bundle home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
Yeah, we're going to be dealing with the smoke and the haze today, but also showers and thunderstorms as we got a system that's digging south from Minnesota. Overall, you can see the cloud cover up to International Falls. That is part of it. That's pushing southeast. Over as you zoom in, temperatures mid to upper 50s most areas, low 60s southern Wisconsin, but much cooler areas going to become behind that. Rain chances, if you look at the three locations, Madison, Eau Claire, and La Crosse, it's a slight timing difference there just because of the northern. So Eau Claire's first, then La Crosse, and then Madison. As you see, it kind of peaks and then falls off, with all the areas probably being precip-free once we get closer to 10 p.m., along with clearing skies and good conditions. Air quality today, it's not that great, unhealthy still, but the good news is by tomorrow we're going to start seeing conditions a little bit better. We'll be back into the moderate condition or even better condition in the green condition. Overall, the temperatures below average, but we're going to see those temperatures climb a little bit later this week. But still, all that heat you've heard about in the south and southwest will not be impacting us. So later on, I'll time out if we see any precipitation and whether any of that heat will eventually get here towards the end of the weekend and the following week, a bit later in the broadcast.
In this morning's health conversation, our Shane Hogan sat down with Dr. Rupa Shah to talk about ways to reduce your stress through laughter. Here now is that conversation.
The focus on mental health has significantly increased since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic 3 years ago. SSM Health family medicine physician and wellness coach Dr. Rupa Shah joins me to talk about a simple way to reduce stress, depression, and anxiety through laughter. I love this one. Now, let's start pretty simple here. How does laughter impact our bodies and our brain?
Yeah, so laughter really just induces a really feel-good, aspect in our bodies. Remember, when we laugh, we're releasing those endorphins, those feel-good chemicals, and that has an impact on our entire body. So really, that's saying that laughter is the best form of medicine. It's really true. When we laugh, we temporarily kind of tense up our core, which raises our heart rate and our blood pressure. And then right after the laughter is done, everything relaxes, right? Our heart rate comes down, our blood pressure comes down, and that's what leads to that sense of ultimate relaxation from laughing.
It's fascinating that something as simple as everyday conversation, laughter, can really have an impact on you. Now, can it also have an impact on relationships? Can laughter really impact our relationships as well?
Yeah, so laughter can make us feel a little bit more bonded with our partners and our folks that we surround ourselves with. And it can just lighten up everything, brings a sense of positivity to those relationships. So, it can lessen when we have disagreements or resentment towards people. So laughter is a really great part of a relationship as well.
It's great. I mean, you think about your best friendships, you think about your relationships, you want to have that bond, that connection. Now, Outside of maybe an obvious, like watching a stand-up comedy or something like that, how can we bring more laughter into our lives?
Yeah, so just generally trying to bring more laughter and joy. Simple things you can do too are like making a list, like a gratitude journal, right? Things, focusing on things that are positive in our life. I always say too, one of the simplest things you can do is smile more. The more you smile towards people, other people reciprocate that, and it can be a very circular thing. And the smile is the start of laughter.
Yeah, it's a little more inviting, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just surrounding yourself with more positivity, people that are more joyful, positive, and again, letting go of more of the negative, people that tend to bring you down. Those are all ways to kind of just bring more joy and laughter into your life.
It's a natural thing. If you're around positive, kind people, you're going to be laughing more than the people who are always down and negative.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, that's a good tip.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Shaw, where else can people find you?
So they can find me on Instagram at Wellness with Dr. Shaw.
All right, thank you as always.
Thank you.
Still ahead, Dane McElway has a look at Saturday's news and sports. That's next here on Weekend Mornings. And you're taking a live look outside. Greg is tracking your forecast just ahead.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes! Everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more. I know it's up for me. And bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on select popular Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, make no monthly payments for 90 days. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my brand new product, My Slippers. What makes My Slippers different from those other slippers is my exclusive 4-layer design. I wanted My Slippers to have everything you'd ever want in a pair of slippers.
When I first put my slippers on, I was like, wow, they feel great, and most importantly, they have the support that I need in a pair of slippers.
I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know we're having the biggest My Slipper closeout sale ever. Get our all-season My Slippers and sandals at clearance prices. They're made with our patented impact gel that absorbs and releases pressure so you can comfortably wear them all day long. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get our all-season My Slippers, originally on sale for $59.98, now only $25, or our sandals for just $19.50. Quantities are extremely limited, so please order now.
Hopefully, your family will never need to hire a personal injury lawyer. But if you ever do, it's important to understand that not all law firms are the same. A lot more is involved than one phone call and a quick settlement. To make things right again, it can take time, and it will take talent. Since 1930, Habish, & Rotier has recovered more million-dollar results for our clients than any other law firm in Wisconsin. Habish, & Rotier, national reputation, hometown service.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes! Everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, we have some precipitation chances today and in the smoke, but then things will change this week a little bit. Some for the good, some for not. But overall, showers, thunderstorms today. Rain chances Tuesday through Thursday, but good confidence we're going to see something today. A little low confidence, probably in more timing what goes on Tuesday through Thursday, but I think we will see some rain. It just depends on where the track is of these systems coming through. Today cooler, but even cooler tomorrow, 70s probably, but then close to average through most of the week and the weekend. That means low to mid 80s. Maybe warming up next week, but so far no signs of that heat that's been in the west or southwest kind of trying to build up into the area. Precipitation, a quarter to a half over the next 7 days. This will be for today and then Tuesday through Thursday. Once again, you get under one of these thunderstorms, you could pick up 3/4 to even an inch. but if you're on either side, you may not be as much. So this is kind of basically an average what we kind of expect, with much more as you go further south. That's where the storm track remains kind of centered over in that area. But still, we'll have some precipitation this week. Overall, this system is the one responsible for what we're going to see today, and actually bringing in the cooler air behind it. You'll see it continue to wrap around through tomorrow with cloud cover, maybe a shower or two north of Eau Claire, but overall just a cool day for July. And then we're tracking the next system coming out of basically the western part of the U.S. with the low centered in Canada. That's going to see a wave through here Tuesday, Monday night and Tuesday. That one we have to watch to see if the track is going to change, and then that's the one that was responsible for what we're going to see for midweek as it pushes southeast. As you can see, depending on track and if it can pull some of this moisture up, we'll see showers and thunderstorms Tuesday to Wednesday, and then behind it, once again, we'll get that northwest wind too, so it'll cool off probably by midweek just a little bit, but it just really depends if we can tap into that moisture to the south. If we don't, then we won't see much in the way of precipitation, but if we do, we could see some. Today, it's just going to be tracking that showers and thunderstorms as they develop. It won't be till probably in the afternoon hours. Once again, as we click closer to noon to 1, you start seeing some north of Eau Claire. Then they'll start beginning to be a bit more scattered in nature as we approach La Crosse by about 3 to 4. And then as we get closer in the evening, probably 5 to 6 in southern Wisconsin. Once again, these are still hit and miss, but they could be strong. Maybe some wind gusts up to 30 to 40 if you get one of under the stronger storms. So something to keep an eye on. And once again, it could produce a good half to 3/4 of an inch if you're under the strong part of the cell. Once we get past 9 or 10, everything should start clearing out, and the skies actually will clear out going in tomorrow morning. It get quite chilly. We're looking at maybe some upper 40s to low 50s for temperatures. Severe risk all to the south, and even that's just a marginal risk. But we'll just kind of contend with some stronger storms, once again, where the winds could be the factor we'll keep an eye on. The positive news with all this, all that is going to push that smoke, really the dense smoke, further to the south. So once we get past this evening, I think things will improve overnight. As we go into Monday, it should be much better with air quality and not as much haze, but we'll just have to deal with that through today. Notice the temperatures tomorrow, upper 70s for both locations. We'll get back up into the low 80s for Tuesday, and then those rain chances, which are not all-day rains. Many of those periods will be dry, and then we dry out for the weekend with temperatures getting really close to average, low to mid 80s. Once again, same story for La Crosse too. So the good news is we're going to get rid of the smoke. We'll have some rain, and there's no sign of any of that heat or humidity for July yet either, all the way in the 7 to 10 day.
Rain, go away. Smoke, go away.
We want the rain to not go away.
We want the rain to come back.
Well, the smoke can go.
Smoke. Yes. Thank you so much, Craig.
Badger legends like Alec Ingold, Derek Watt, Chris Borland, they're all back in Madison yesterday, just not at Camp Randall. Ingold held his second annual Battle for Wisconsin charity softball game, and this year, the old guard took on the current football team. With plenty of smack talk flowing, the proceeds went to charity, but the Badgers, they played for keeps. For Ingold, who reports to NFL camp in a few weeks, and C.J. Williams, who just transferred in from UFC, this is all about nurturing the Badger brotherhood.
That's just the brotherhood. I think that's what just kind of epitomizes the Badger football program, and I think it doesn't really matter when you played, you have some sort of shared connection there.
Coach Fickle will talk about, an Alec Ingold or guys of that nature, and just kind of how they set that standard, and it's our duty, our job to kind of reach that standard at a certain point. It's special to be out here right in front of them and see them with my eyes and kind of get the shake and put a hand to a face to a name.
The Brewers and the Reds battling for a top spot in the NL Central, and even with a lot of season left, these ones, they're huge for the Crew. They won't play Cincy again after July, so the time to gain ground, it's now. Over an hour rain delay in this one. Christian Yelich, he was ready first pitch of the game after the long wait, and that one goes a long way. Yelich gives Milwaukee the early 1-0 lead with a solo shot. Then later in the fourth, William Contreras, the catcher, he'll serve up an Oppo Taco. That one with an extra cheese. And the Crew, they'll take a 2-0 lead. The Crew would win 3-0 and pick up 3 straight shutout wins for the first time since 2013 and retake first place in the NL Central. Want to know just how dominant Steve Stricker has been this year? His $3 million of earnings on the Champions Tour, they're more than double anyone else's. But after a Friday to forget, he needed to make some magic on Saturday. Stricker or Jelly Kelly, they've won the event each of the last 3 years. Strick trying to make it 4 straight on hole 16. He lays up with a beautiful shot on the par 5. That'd be an easy setup for a birdie putt. He would tap it in. Stricker would birdie 7 times on the day. He climbed all the way back and is tied for the lead at 7 under heading into the final round. That's your morning sports fix. Have an exceptional day.
When we come back, celebrating all things ice cream, how Americans can't seem to get enough of this dairy delicacy. We're back in a moment.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you all know that you have made My Pillow 2.0 a huge success. And because of your amazing support, we've expanded My Pillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. To make room for this, we're clearing out our Percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm giving them to you at closeout prices. King size, only $39 a set. Queens, $35 a set. Full size, $29, and twin size, just $25. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Get these My Pillow bed sheets now. Once they're gone for good.
McGann Furniture downtown Baraboo invites you to come in for their huge Summer Sizzler sale. It's our biggest sale of the year. For a limited time only, take advantage of sizzling hot markdowns throughout the store. All furniture, bedding, flooring, dining room sets, and accessories marked down with the lowest prices of the year. Plus, get free delivery. Hurry in today. The huge store-wide Summer Sizzler sale at McGann Furniture ends July 22nd. You'll be glad you did. Since 1905, McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
Like that bottom one off.
I'm on the scene of an explosion.
By the next morning, it had gone out of my account. Scammers have new tricks up their sleeve all the time.
I'm terrified to see his name again next to another little girl's name because nobody listens.
I'm feeling stressed looking over your shoulder.
Finally this morning, get out your spoons, sprinkles, and cones because today is National Ice Cream Day. President Ronald Reagan first declared the National Day 39 years ago. It was switched later on to the third Sunday of the month, which is today, of course. Customers of Cold Stone Creamery, Wendy's, and Dairy Queen can all expect deals today. All in all, Americans lead the world when it comes to eating ice cream, where an average person, Greg, consumes 23 gallons a year. I can't believe it. I don't think I eat that much ice cream every single year. It's a lot. Anyway, let's get one last check of the forecast now.
All right, well, we got the haze one more day with the smoke. That's the air quality's out till noon. But the good news is this should be the last day. We have showers and thunderstorms later today, probably late this afternoon and evening. And then we have clearing cool for Monday and Tuesday with probably upper 70s. So it'll be quite kind of chilly for mid-July as we get there. So overall, good news on that. But the smoke will be gone. Positive news.